YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
It's your boy Brett Fox reporting from the Chicks universe, and let's just get right into it. All right, so let's talk about the latest development between 50 Cent and Joe Budden. Now, if you've been keeping up, 50 just posted a picture of Joe Budden talking smack again, and this time he hit him with a question that kind of just rung alarms off in my head. Why did you leave Mermaids so quick? Now, whoa, am I hearing this correctly? Is 50 trying to insinuate that he sent the goons at Joe Budden? For those of you who may not know, Mermaids is a strip club in Astoria, Queens that Joe Budden sometimes frequents. And of course, as we all know, 50 himself is from Queens. So naturally, we're all going to ask the questions. Did 50 just say he had the goons run down on Joe Budden? Like, is he implying that something happened that made Joe Budden actually leave the club in a hurry? Because if that is the case, I'm not going to lie to you. That's low-key crazy. Like, I understand the whole situation where Irv Gotti is a little bit of a sensitive topic for 50, but I don't think Joe Budden saying that 50 needs therapy warrants him getting ran down on by a whole bunch of goons. At the end of the day, bruh, Joe said what's on everybody's mind. And really, if you think about it, what Joe said is common sense. Bruh, if you got shot 9 times, you need therapy. Because if you don't get therapy, you probably gonna act the way 50 be acting. You probably got crazy schizophrenia. You probably think the whole world's out to get you. Like, you probably can't even function around somebody who ever said a bad thing about you because you don't know what that's gonna turn into. Why you got all these unresolved issues. But that's neither here nor there, and I'm not gonna say too much. I don't want nobody sending no goons towards me. But before we even get into that, let's ask this. And, you know, dealing with 50 Cent, I'm not saying he's not credible, but we do got to even ask this because at the end of the day, is it even true? One thing we know about 50 loves to troll. He's literally a master at bending the truth. If you gave him a belt for bending the truth, he would be a diamond belt. He is a diamond belt at bending the truth. Makes things seem bigger than they really are. So we don't know for real, like, if this is just him stirring the pot, trying to get under Joe's skin, or it's a real situation that happened last night. And for context, it is worth noting that 50 wasn't even in New York last night. He was in Miami at the Van Dome.
I'm out here in Miami. We're going to live tonight. It's going to be live if it don't get canceled.
So, and he went to live last night as well. So at the same time, 50 really could be capping, but at the same time, you know, 50 could have just sent them goons. At the end of the day, we got to look at it from multiple angles. Now, let's just say, hypothetically, if this was real, did 50 go too far? I said earlier, like, you know, all Joe really said was, hey, man, 50 really needs therapy because of the way that he spoke about his deceased friend, which in my opinion is a fair response to what 50 is dishing out. Are we really at the point where something Joe Budden says on a podcast warrants goons getting sent to a strip club to go and find them? And if that actually happened, that's a serious escalation. Like, we literally just went from 1 to 1,000. Like, we were sitting here, I'm thinking that 50 just gonna respond with a post being even more funny or, you know, come out with some more dirt. Nah, bro went straight to the streets. Like, nah, I'm about to see you. I'm about to pull up on you. I got time today, cuz that's crazy. It's one thing to clown somebody on Instagram, but pulling up in real life, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a whole different situation. If you look at it from 50 Cent's sick, twisted sense of humor, it's damn near like him saying, if you want to get legal involved, I'm gonna really give you a reason to get legal involved. Because, you know, some people think like that. If I'm gonna go to jail and lose some money, I'm gonna go to jail and lose some money for a good reason, not some AI edited pictures. Does this situation even warrant this response, though? Joe has always been vocal. He said things about a lot of people. He said things about his old co-hosts. He said things about his exes, people a lot closer to him than 50. That's just what he does. And 50 more than anybody should be able to respect that because that's what 50 does. 50 disses everybody. Everybody. No person is spared. Even his own son. So he should, if anybody should be able to respect it, it should be him. So if this really did happen, what exactly did Joe say to make 50 go to this level? Like, really think about what he said. Bro, you need therapy. Oh, word, I need therapy. It's a wrap. I'm sending everything I got at you. That's crazy. It's a sick response. I'm not gonna lie to you. And after this, if it is true, 50, you do need therapy. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Holla at me. I'm gonna hook you up with a nice black therapist. We're gonna get you right. We're gonna get you in the right state of mind moving forward. You're gonna 10x your money too. Don't worry. You're not gonna be messing up business deals no more because of your emotions. We got you. Over here at the Chigs University, we got you. Just let us know. Just holla at Chigs. We gonna hook you up. At the same time though, I'm gonna be real. Let's not act like 50 is out here just doing this without a purpose. We all know how 50 is when it comes to that situation about him getting shot. So at the same time, I kind of, sort of, a little bit understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, somebody probably needs to step in and, like, you know, diffuse this situation. I know, like, both of these guys are close to being bald-headed, but, you know, so one of these cooler heads needs to prevail, because this could easily spiral into something huge. And we don't really want that. You know, at the end of the day, I want this to be resolved as entertainingly as possible, but as safe as possible. These are two guys with real history in the industry, and both known for being very, very petty. Both known for not backing down. And when two people like that go back and forth, it can literally get out of control way too fast. And that brings us to the next question. Where do we even go from here? Does Joe respond? Does he try to clear things up? Or does he let it slide? Because we know Joe, he can be petty too, but he also knows how to play the long game. And as he said in the last pod, he understands the financial incentive to this playing out in a public way, but in a very, very borderline disrespectful way.
If you do that shit, I make money. I get paid.
Yeah. Huh?
Shout him out.
Anytime anyone, yeah, cook, nigga. Anytime one of them niggas with fucking 30 million, 50 million followers post me, good or bad, I get paid. If I have a problem with it, we getting lawyers involved. Like, what you want me to do? Because that's illegal. But
illegal?
Yeah, you can't take all these AI pics and just start. That's what Shorty is going to court for. You can't do that. But I don't have a problem with it, and I think that's corny. And that's 50. I got all the respect in the world for him. But if I get tired of it and it stops paying, then yeah, it's lawyer time.
He understands the financial implications of that. So maybe he figures out a way to play this out the long way and keep everything peaceful and cordial. Who knows? Maybe we end up having 50 on the pod. And that would be pretty cool. Is he just going to let 50 have his moment though? Or is he going to clap back in a way that makes things spiral out of control? Now, I don't know. At the end of the day, whenever Joe gets into these situations and he gets pressed, or, you know, people say they press him, he usually doesn't really respond in kind. And that brings up another thing that I wanted to mention. Why does it seem like Joe Budden is so easy to get to? Like, this is not the first, second, or third time that people have figured out where Joe Budden is currently at the time. Like, literally just last week, we had Drake allegedly send Melissa Ford flowers onto the pod while they were filming.
Ooh, if them flowers came from Drake, I ain't gonna lie, we throw them shits in the garbage.
Honestly, I don't. Oh my god. Fucking.
What? Hold the fuck up. Mel.
What?
Bro, there's so many questions behind that. Like, how does he even know where the pod is filmed? And how the heck does he know when they are filming? These are real situational questions, because when things are kind of like sort of like for play right now, it's not that big of a deal. But if a real situation was to ever occur out of any of these issues where somebody actually wanted to do some real actual physical harm to somebody, bro, that is a really, really bad position to be in. Now, one thing that I did want to also mention too, that is actually kind of funny, that I did notice, is that it seems like 50 might be done with the AI generated pictures. So as you'd all know, in the last pod, Joe said he's cool with the whole going back and forth thing, but at the end of the day, if those pictures get a little bit too disrespectful, he might get legal involved. And Joe does have precedent because it's happened before with Taylor Swift. So we did notice that, hey, 50 didn't use an AI generated picture for this one. He used an old picture of Joe Budden performing at a concert. Still kind of a funny picture, but at the same time, I think 50 gets the point, which is a big win in Joe's case, because 50 is usually hard-headed to the core. So it looks like 50 is actually taking Joe's advice, and I thought that was, personally, I think that's hilarious. At the end of the day, this situation could go in a lot of different directions. It could be just another day of trolling, or it could really spiral into something that we really wish it never spiraled into. One thing's for sure, when it comes to 50 and Joe Budden, you can literally never predict what's next. Like, who the heck saw this coming? Goons popping up at the strip club? Bro, this was not even on my bingo card for this beef. Anyway, it's your boy Brad Fox reporting from the Chicks Universe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did 50 really send the goons, or is this just another case of him trolling for the internet? And if it is real, did he take it too far? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe.